Disclosure Day. And not to be confused with another ham-fisted Independence Day, the new film by the legendary Steven Spielberg, a filmmaker who has delivered some of the most inspirational stories in cinema history and completely revolutionized the modern blockbuster. I saw Disclosure Day at my first ever BFI IMAX visit, and let me tell you that cinema is absolute gold. Gold coins, gold blocks, golden chocolate coins, if you're British. I understand that. It is just one massive screen. The cinema was pretty cramped, but packed as hell. And it is absolutely worth the premium ticket. But for this film? Well, this film marks Spielberg's long-awaited return to the sci-fi genre, a sandbox that famously defined with masterworks like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and for some reason, no first or second kind, which gave me that kind of vibes when I was watching Disclosure Day.
Spielberg calls Disclosure Day a bookend to his 1977 blockbuster, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Then there is, of course, E.T. I mean, come on, how on earth can you not comprehend the fact that E.T. is basically Spielberg's spiritual temple?
In 2011, Katy Perry had a hit single that shares a title with the famous 1982 Alien film.
That's right, E.T.
Later on, he brought us AI, which is an absolutely underrated film that is so hyper-relevant today, and Disclosure Day even throws a direct reference to it. Wrap that up with Minority Report, based on the works of the ancient sci-fi legend Philip K. well... and War of the Worlds, based on the book, of course. So after a literal...
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
...years since its last pure alien feature, how well did we actually do watching... Now, to be clear, this is just my immediate, rapid, spoiler-free reaction to the theatrical spectacle. There is a massive corporate conspiracy, an intense train sequence involving cars getting absolutely fruit squashed, a wild kitchen horror sequence that took me back to a past Spielberg production, heavy references to religion, and a ton of major plot spoilers I would love to dissect, but right now, let's keep an eye out on the channel for my massive in-depth masterclass the second this film is available to stream or purchase on physical media.
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today.
The story for Disclosure Day takes place straight away, following a cybersecurity specialist who is being heavily hunted down for stealing some of the coolest USB drives in existence that happen to hold the ultimate government secrets regarding extraterrestrial life. Naturally, he goes on the run to try and expose it all to the public. It's a cool premise, operating as a high-stakes car chase thriller until a random woman with a chosen one stereotype gets dragged into the absolute center of this mess and wacky stuff occurs.
You're all wrong, it's Beyonce, and that's how ridiculous that theory was.
As famously seen in the trailer, Emily with her very
Ew, you're ugly. Oh my god, don't look at me. What is going on?
plays a local meteorologist?
Playing a meteorologist who inherits sudden gifts that she does not understand.
Whose brain gets hijacked by an alien signal, causing her to vocally make baby goofy noises.
Mama. Mama.
From there, the plot unfolds into them having to essentially hold hands to unlock their childhood trauma. And let's be honest, it gets pretty messy. It honestly starts to feel less like a grounded Spielberg thriller and more of a combination of virtual reality, discovering alien harmony, and two souls that are destined to meet together.
I am the Keymaster.
I am the Gatekeeper.
The majority of the characters don't really stand out for me and are just left to be desired. Emily with her blunt face plays Margaret Fairchild, or Fairy Child, who I will honestly say is the best part of the whole film. She actually has some depth and intrigue and has the better character execution compared to Daniel Kellner as Josh O'Connor, whose entire arc is just on the run. Colin Firth plays almost the same kind of character with an intimidating attitude and intimidating face. And this time, he maintains his British accent. What surprises me is that O'Connor and Blunt are British and performed with American accents, including Eve Hewson, who is actually Irish, which explains her sperm roots from her daddy long-legged boner of U2. What about Me Too?
How would you describe your character, Jane?
So the daughter of U2 quit being a nun for doubting her belief in God, but her entire character is just so meh.
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
She just tags along because she is, well, Dan's girlfriend.
I mean, he's caught up in it at the beginning, and then I'm sort of like unwillingly get involved in the chaos, yeah.
I did think about being a priest at one point.
You did?
For real, yeah.
Why? For what purpose?
I loved it. Well, I mean, you get to make people happy and give people hope.
Oh,
and
hope.
it's either
Happiness.
She should have been a tangible character besides her lack of interest in religion, which we began at first, but over time, she just wasn't really important, like certain ingredients of spices and plants you mix with a plate of food with diverse flavors, like Irish beef stew. John Williams, who has done pretty much all of Spielberg's films from Jaws to... what do you think? Except Color Purple, which was done by Michael Jackson's manager, does a very decent job. I like the track Listen,
Listen!
which is well put together, but everything else is not really going to make you go back and listen to it for the second time. It's a pretty bland score. At least he tried, and we all have to respect him for that. At 94 years old, he is wrinkly as wet paper, but still fit and working, which shows I see no value in retirement. He should have been best friends with Dick Van Dyke by now. The cinematography and editing is the best part of the technicality for the film. Janusz Kaminski, Janusz, aka ex-husband of Helen Parr before Mr. Incredible took his place, has a tremendous eye for shot choices, framing, lighting. There is so much Spielbergian light that shines through the lens, let alone the film grain. Lights are his fetish, smooth camera shots are his fetish, and a mixture of high-concept narratives within grounded narratives are indeed his fetish. Overall, Disclosure Day is a tragically meh film for me.
M-E-H. Meh.
I really wanted to love this film with such a passion, and I was disappointed. This has to be the first ever disappointed film for me in 2026 so far. This is Spielberg we're talking about. Even when he makes a bad film, it's not really his fault.
Or is it?
Kep wrote literally 42 drafts. What the fuck? So that's not a healthy sign for the outcome, leading to an extremely ambitious project, but just felt it was not there. His recent track record clearly indicated he has lost his writing talents. This is the same guy who gave us Spider-Man, Jurassic Park, and Death Becomes Her. What the fuck? Emily steals the show with her blunt face, but everyone else and everything else is just nothing. I have a feeling it may do well at the box office. It has opened at #1 in the UK, so good for those who have attended, and I'm happy the Plant Root was not an IP. It is critically well received, so for the sake of art, at least we need people who like it better than I do. If I'm going to be honest, I would rewatch Schindler's List, E.T., AI, even Terminal and Tintin at any day of the week. If I was to rank Disclosure Day at his worst film, at least it's better than Ready Player One, which is an utter nostalgia-based snorefest with absolutely zero originality, and it's basically Spielberg jacking off to the decade that put him on the map in the first place, but nowhere near as good as everything the Jew boy made. So for now, I'm going to give Disclosure Day a brutally unapologetic but a high, fantastic 4 out of 10. Now the review is over, so why don't you get together with your partner, mate like a tree, and get out of here.